Hey everyone, the professor here, and we're here to talk about week 2 of our meal plan. IP chicken marsala with noodles.
Yeah, that was not cooked in the IP, actually. I tried to save a little bit of time and I found that the Campbell's skillet pouches, they had a chicken marsala flavor sauce. So that's ended up using. Did not use noodles, used spaghetti squash, learned my lesson. The daughter will not eat that. So we will try it again, actually cooking it in the Instant Pot with the Instant Pot recipe and try it with noodles next time.
Then Meatless Monday, we had cheese enchiladas.
Yes, and we have this local place here in town. This is the only place that, well, I say the only place that he will eat Mexican at. This is the only place I can get him to eat at without much of a complaint because they have sweet sauce. So what he normally gets there is the cheese enchiladas. So I thought, if I can make their cheese enchiladas, maybe I could get him. He doesn't eat Mexican all that well at all. Maybe I can sneak that into the rotation and I can get Mexican every once in a while. The recipe, somebody had posted it online and I followed it, and it uses the Williams chili seasoning, and it the amount that it called for was just way too much for our taste, so I'm going to try to decrease it next time to see if we like it any better.
We're not fans of spice, not really hot spicy.
You're not a fan of spice.
But you just said for our taste.
I mean, it was overpowering. It wasn't spicy.
Yeah.
It was just a little much.
Next, we have meatballs, which I had noted to use the small crock pot because it's right next to another crock pot recipe.
But it didn't really make any difference because I used it both.
You used the crock pot liners.
Yes, and I also washed out the crock pot.
Yes.
So, meatballs, we have several different recipes that I can use. This one, again, used my Tastefully Simple product.
Probably my favorite Tastefully Simple product, the Bayou Bourbon Glaze.
Yes, and that and cream cheese.
Yeah.
And serve that over rice.
And they reheat really well, although they don't look the best when they reheat. Because sometimes the orangey yellow,
Grease from the meat,
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah.
Congealed.
it congeals a little bit, but it still tastes good. And it reheats fine. And then you had the orange chicken that turned to orange soup.
Okay, so a while back, we tried this recipe. I found this one on Facebook. We didn't have any orange marmalade. It calls for Sweet Baby Ray's and orange marmalade. So I tried it with apricot preserves and we liked it. So I thought, okay, well, we liked it with that, so we'll go ahead and follow the recipe as it is and see if we like it then. Well, my crock pot overcooked it, or maybe I lost track of time, one of the two. So the meat was a little dry, and I had him taste it to see if he liked it, and he didn't really like the flavor. So rather than waste it, I just went ahead and let it reabsorb all the juices that were in the bottom of the crock pot, and I stuck it in the freezer, and we'll do something with it, like quesadillas or nachos or something.
Yeah.
So we had pizza instead.
So we had pizza, but that's not necessarily a failure of the recipe. That was just a cooking issue. But we'll come back to it. Give it a try again later. Next would be the Low Country Boil, which I always catch myself. I always want to say broil. I don't know if it's because there's the R in country, but I don't know. Low Country Boil, which we did not have this week.
No, I actually had planned a girls' night with a friend, so we did not get around to this one. He went out with his parents. This will be saved for a later date. All the ingredients keep. It's another Instant Pot recipe. We've made it before. We liked it.
And we will make it again.
And cut down on the seafood seasoning because it was a little spicy for our taste last time.
What about on Friday? So Saturday we have biscuit and gravy casserole.
Yeah, and what's not to like about biscuits and gravy?
Yeah. And we use it's a white gravy.
Yeah, it's a white gravy packet. A mix. I guess you could maybe make your own gravy and use homemade gravy. I'm not exactly sure. We haven't tried it that way. I'm not all that great at making a gravy, so I can't ever get it taken right.
It tastes all right though, using the packet, and then it does make it more shareable with people in terms of a recipe, just because it's a prepackaged thing.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a recipe that I got from a church friend, so that's the first place we had it was a church.
Then we have fish sticks and mac and cheese. I mean, that's
Kid friendly.
oh yeah, and tired mom friendly.
Yes.
Throw some frozen fish sticks in the oven and heat up some mac and cheese.
Something that even somebody who doesn't really know how to cook can make.
So then we had the gnocchi with ham and peas.
And this is a little time consuming.
Hence the quick recipe above it.
Hence the quick recipe above it and the fact that it's on a weekend. Because I just don't have time to do it during the week when I have both the kids to myself. But it's one of our favorites. It's nice and creamy and yummy. Who doesn't like gnocchi?
Thanks for joining us, and class dismissed.